Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Tuesday in the market. It's August 23rd. Here's the SPY, here's GME. We're gonna look at them. Not much went on today. Look at some technical analysis. Show you some of the plays. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Here's our Twitter. You can follow us on at Happy Money YT, and Discord server we have. Link for that's in the description. Yeah, yesterday was the last 2 days on the market's been pretty red. So today was a little bit of a relief, kind of slowing it down a little bit. This hourly chart, it's just barely got out of that oversold territory. But I think the longer term, it looks like it's definitely still bearish. We've got red under the 9 and bearish MACD, but might set up a little head and shoulders here. Probably just be choppy for a bit until maybe end of week for J Powell and Jackson Hole. So yeah, we'll see it. At this point though, it's bearish, but probably again just kind of choppy. Might come down and test these supports down here as 409 or so, or might come up here and just trade in this range. On the shorter term though, this hourly might have a little bounce out of here. Got an engulfing candle here, this green one, so that might come today or tomorrow at some point. But it looks like the market's still kind of setting up for basically just getting bearish for the news, even if it's not bearish, just so it's priced in and ready to go. So pulled out of some long plays today, basically just with this longer term trend showing that it's down, and opened up couple bearish ones, perhaps. We'll see. Let me show you guys. So GME came down some. The momentum slowing, wasn't as aggressive as yesterday, and with that actually we're getting this RSI divergence on the hourly. Hourlies aren't super reliable because they can change pretty quick, but at this point we do still have this divergence. These lows continue to get lower and the RSI actually is increasing here. And actually we have a bullish MACD that flipped back here, which is kind of interesting. So got that on the hourly, and then even the daily we are kind of setting up RSI divergence. But it's not really confirmed yet, but it seems like it might happen. Got this increasing lows and then this decreasing lows on the RSI. So basically for this to fail, GME would have to come below this low on this leg down, more or less. So because that would just continue this RSI dropping, and then that would basically show it's not diverging. But at this point, if it starts to chop here or kind of rebound a little bit, and this is turning out to be a low, then this divergence will be intact, which does signify an upside. Could still get our SLD OPEX upside tomorrow morning. I think is the final time frame for that, and it might be coming. I mean, with this divergence we're seeing on the hourly, and yeah, so maybe get a little move the next couple days on GME to the upside. Not sure if the market will also play along and maybe fill some gaps, but yeah, I did get some calls on it today just in case. Some more. I already had some on GME for this week, but yeah, they're down quite a bit. The ones I got today, I got some spreads. So BBBY, kind of the same deal. Momentum is slowing on it. It's still coming down. Did fill a gap. Kind of not really the same RSI divergence. Did flip bullish on that MACD though. Kind of interesting. It did fill some of this gap, this 829, 845. So it did fill some of it. It's got a little bit more to that 829 gap fill. Not sure if it'll fully fill it or not, since it does kind of have support here from back here. Hard to see this chart because it's made such big moves. So this low was the 863. Those bodies were at 908. So kind of have a little support from back there right here. We'll see if it holds there. If not, if the market end of the week kind of comes down, it might fill this gap down here, this 616 gap. It still has, but yeah, I'll just be rolling my short puts on that. I've got until, I still have a whole nother basically week. So my cost base at this point is roughly $10, but it will it'll keep decreasing as I'm able to roll it, and as I will. So interrupt the Yaz just a touch, and I'll show you guys the plays that we did here today. Close out of some of these bullish ones. Some were cut losses, some were taking little profits. Close out of Express, close out of Car. My SPY calls from close yesterday, I think I broke even on them today. I didn't hold quite long enough. That little rally this morning on SPY, I didn't hold to the top because SPY just looked pretty weak. So not sure what I'll open today, if I will or not. It's kind of in a choppy range. Seems like it wants to bounce, but doesn't seem like a whole lot of buying pressure. So pretty neutral. Close out a neg, did that one too early also. That actually ended up having a rally. Let's see, and then so the BBBY, the short calls I have, these $12 short calls for Friday are up 56%. So I'll probably roll those. I might actually leave those. I might let these expire worthless, or basically I'll do it right now. I'll show you guys. This is what I do for short puts, short calls, anything that I sold to open. I buy to close it. You can do the minimum or a little over. I can just do it now to show you. Good till canceled. So then by Friday, I will purchase back these calls that I sold, and I'll purchase them for 1 cent. So it'll cost me $3 basically to get out of it. Yeah, so then I'll just have these January $6 calls on BBBY still naked, so they're able to get the full potential upside. Rivian is coming down more, so that put worked out. And did I open that today? Yeah, so there's ones I close. Tesla, opened up a pretty big short on Tesla. In case this is the top. I mean, the SPY momentum did flip bearish on the longer time frame, so this could be the top for now, for a long time actually. So I want some downside exposure on Tesla. Here's the spread opened up on GME, 36-37 call debit spread, pretty tight spread. If we get like a 10 or 15% move, that'll put both those kind of in the money. It'd be like right up there. So well, it's come down more now, but so there's 10% at 36.93. So if we get that, or 15%, those will be both in the money, I think. Let's see, yeah. Yep, so 37's the short leg on that. So got 21 of those. Those are just weekly, so a little risky. And then I still have my 40 calls for this week also, which if we get a volatile day, those should come back to at least break even. And then I've got 55 calls for next Friday. So I will be probably exiting all these if we have a move tomorrow. Maybe not all of them, but these ones that are pretty underwater, at least those ones. Opened up or closed my CCL call chart. It's not looking great. We're not getting a risk on move anymore. It seems like that's over, at least until Powell. We'll see, but then I think it only lasts until CPI, which is I think still like early September. Opened up Macy's call. They had good earnings, and Macy actually can move pretty big, so it had a pretty big move this morning but kind of settled down, setting up this nice bull flag. Even inverse head and shoulders there. I didn't even see that with the head and the shoulders. Bullish on the MACD. It's just on the hourly time frame here. On the daily, it's still bullish on that MACD, and here's a lot of volume, as you can see on this green candle, which yeah, because they had earnings, they beat, so might get a little continuation here. Went kind of heavy on that one actually. Yeah, sometimes we get continuation on earnings. The market's not totally dumping tomorrow. That one might rally. So I got 13, 20 weekly calls. Yeah, I don't know. I just decided to go kind of go lowy on that one. And yeah, I have a couple plays, bearish plays, good till canceled. Open up on Ally Finance and DRV. This is basically just exposure to all the cars that are going to be repossessed and the financing, and I think they do actually homes also. So kind of a car crash, car financing crash, and car pricing crash, and as well as a home crash. I don't know why that sounds so funny. And then DRV is kind of the same deal. It's kind of the housing market. So that one's actually short, so I'm getting calls on that one potentially. We'll see. It kind of just inverses the market more or less. So housing data came out today and it was pretty awful. So I think that's partially why it had a pretty good move today. But these are positions I might end up canceling, and we'll see. This one's for January on Ally, and then this one's for February on DRV. Pretty far out of the money. But I haven't opened them yet. They're sitting at a low order. If they get filled, I'll just ride them. Yeah, I closed neg too early. But the chart is it's looking weak. That volume didn't really play out, and we got this big engulfing candle. I don't know. I'm not liking it anymore. LMFA is making moves again. We've had this one before. Seems like Vulcan and Hellbiz like take turns basically slapping all the birds investors in the face. These are somewhat competitors. They're not in like the shared micromobility, but they're in like the e-bike space. So yeah. Marin's up today. ASTS. This one looks nice. It's maybe consolidating a bit. It's maybe a good time to get in actually. I don't know a whole lot behind the thesis on this. Chart looks pretty good, I guess. I did close my Revlon shares yesterday on that news. I might get calls at some point if it's starting to make a move. Just don't need more exposure. Just trying to recoup some capital, hold a little more cash. So, as well as on here, I did close some of my short puts on GME, but those were up this morning. Closed them out. I just want some more capital in case GME keeps going down more. I could re-enter them, but yeah, I'd rather the buying power kind of right now. Still have the short puts here on BBBY, and I actually have Weber shares on here. And then on Fidelity, yeah, I mean, this is the big play that I'm kind of waiting to hopefully get out of without taking a loss, taking maybe a small gain, maybe. Gotta log in. Just the big short put on BBBY. So it's an awesome play because I'm able to keep lowering my cost basis as it comes down. It's really strange. You're like kind of cheating in a sense. But if the IV starts to get crushed, you end up allocating a lot of capital to this play. Just trying to see real quick. Yeah, it kind of does. All right. All right. So here's basically the short put, and I've got 60 of them for expiring September 2nd. They're at 10 strike now, and I've already rolled this. This was at a 13 strike. Rolled it down to 10, received a credit. So if I want to roll it again further out, I'd be looking at September 9th. And I think a 950, it's close to receiving a credit, I believe, for this one. Okay, let's do more. Not showing it. Okay, so midpoint's 0.01. So I could probably receive a little credit even rolling this right now. So basically I would change my cost basis. It's close to 10, it's not quite 10 because I'm receiving a credit when I open that up. And I'd be lowering it to 950, adding a week of time. So basically at some point, if BBBY rips past this, I'll be able to close these out for minimum, but I won't have been able to quite time the bottom. But that's okay because you can't really time the bottom. But that being said, I did open those up when Bed Bath & Beyond was at $18 a share. So basically it was right here and I opened it. So instead of buying shares at 18, I opened a short put, and immediately my cost basis was at $13 on it. Well, actually 12.5. And it dumped down, and then I was able to roll it. So now my cost base will be 10. So kind of could do it with shares and cover calls, but it doesn't work quite the same. Not quite the same as short puts. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Discord. Peace out.